did I become proud owner of all these Legos? That's a long story. We're gonna make it really short. I really like Star Wars. I'm not a crazy Star Wars fan like some people and spend fortunes and go into debt and then ruin their family lives and then get a divorce over it. But I do really like Star Wars. And I really want to go to the Disney World, like Star Wars park that they just built. And I want to do the lightsaber experience, and I want to be on the Millennium Falcon, and I want to do all that. I want to do everything. The problem is it's mad expensive, like dummy amounts of money for even like one day. So I was like, you know what, that's it. I can't afford it. I'm not going to do it. I'll never get to do it. And then I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And basically, I don't know if I agree with everything in the book, but a lot of it was really good. And I actually recommend most people should read it. But one of the things that he says, instead of saying, I can't afford it, you should be saying, how can I afford it? Because if you say, I can't afford it, it's just teaching you to dismiss things and be mentally lazy about it. Like, oh, I can't afford it, that's it, check out, done with it, never gonna happen. And so basically I read that, I was like, dang, I'm a big fat dummy face and I should get off my butt and find a way to afford this. So I was like, man, like, what can I do? So also then I watched some Gary Vee, which of course is, you know, a mixed bag too.
I literally want to die instead of fail. Die, death, over. I do not.
But I think I really like Gary Vee's content. And one of the things that he does a lot, even though he's like got a multi-million-dollar empire, is he on the weekends flips baseball cards because he just loves baseball cards. And so that's what he gets a kick out of. And he makes a profit off of it because that's just like part of the game. So I was like, dang, like, what are the things that I like? The things that I like, aside from Star Wars, is Legos. Long-time Lego collector, love Legos. Literally have gotten Legos for every single birthday. So I have tons of Legos already, and I just love them and I understand them. So I started looking for stuff on Facebook Marketplace to flip, you know, stuff I could buy for less, you know, and then sell on eBay for more. So I started doing that. I came across this guy. He's got like maybe 5 or 6 sets on Facebook Marketplace. So I messaged him and I'm like, yo, like, I see you're selling a couple different sets. Let me set a price for all of them and you can say yes or no. He's like, yeah, that's great. I have a bunch more of them. Do you want to just come over and you can take a look at them and then you can give me a price and we can go from there. And we worked out the details. I showed up to his place. I got a couple $100 on me, but I was expecting like maybe 11 or 12 different sets. Psych! The boy has like 25 moving boxes, like big boxes of stuff. All of it's unopened, unboxed, factory tape, like never opened, never built, nada, nothing. Everything's sealed. Like you bought it off the shelf, which is crazy to me because I don't know how that man has that kind of self-control. It's actually very impressive. I spent like 2 hours going through box after box, like 25 of these boxes, just trying to get in a figure of like what is in these boxes, because I mean, they're just cardboard boxes until you actually look through a couple of them. So I looked through a couple of them, gave him very generic prices on, you know, most of his stuff. But a lot of the stuff I got very, very, very inexpensive. I think I probably paid well under half of what the resale value is for most of these sets. So I totaled everything up. It came to just under 6 grand. So I offered him 6 grand and he countered with 6.5. I countered with 6.3 and we settled on that. So now I owe this guy $6,300 in cash. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna fit everything into my car. So I went back home, put all the cash together, counted it out, make sure it's all good. Looked like, for sure, if I got pulled over, I was gonna look like a drug dealer, because not only did I have, you know, 6 grand and a giant wad of cash, but then I went and got my like 98, you know, Ford E350, which, if you don't know what that is, it's just a big white cargo van. It's a kidnapper van. It's like the van that in every movie is used to kidnap small children. So that's not sketch. Pull up to this guy's house. He's counting the cash. I load up all the boxes and he helps me out once he's done. And I mean, the van is filled floor to ceiling all the way back. Like, I can't see out the back, not that I normally can, but it's completely packed with Legos and my childhood dream is fulfilled. There's a lot of dopamine going on in my head. My body was ready and very happy that I did this. And so now I have like $6,300 worth of Legos, but I know the collection is worth probably at least $12,000 resale value. There's a high probability that it's worth closer to like 13, 14, maybe 15,000 even. But there's also a chance that a lot of stuff just flops, doesn't sell, or is just like meh, and I end up only with like 8 grand. But that's kind of what we're facing now. So that's how I ended up with clickbait title here, probably like $12,000 Lego collection. And now I gotta sell it all. So the next things that you're probably gonna see from me, I'm gonna show everything once it's cataloged. I've got most of it in a spreadsheet now, but everything once I've got every set lined up, quantities, numbers, and then I gotta price everything so that way I get the actual value of the collection as far as, you know, what I think I can sell it for. And then of course that's like counting your eggs before they hatch. So we'll see what actually ends up. But then I got to figure out how to ship it, because you know, a lot of these boxes, the value for Legos is oftentimes in the condition of the box. So you have to protect the box, because if you sell a mint condition Lego set to somebody, you need to deliver a mint condition Lego set to them. So I got to figure all that stuff out. That's how I ended up with this. And here's the crazy thing, all right? So like in the background, you're like, wow, there's a lot of Legos back there. No, there's not. That's a very small portion of everything. There's a lot of Legos past that door, and then there's a lot of Legos in another room even farther down that way. And so there's just a lot of Legos going on, and I can't wait to show you guys like some of my favorite pieces from the collection. There's some pretty rare stuff, some really like ultra rare Christmas sets that I think they're like produced once a year. Some Lego sets, Lego Star Wars sets that are, like for some reason are just like crazily high valued, but we'll share all of that with you guys soon. If you want to keep up with this, you can follow the YouTube channel. I don't even check YouTube, so if I followed somebody, I wouldn't even know if they post anything. So probably if you really wanted to follow up with what I'm doing, follow me on Instagram. I don't really use Twitter, but you can follow me there too. You're a person and you look pretty smart. I can't tell what you look like, but I'm assuming you look pretty smart. And I'm sure you can make your own decisions about what you want to do with your life. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. But if I had to make a suggestion, and no, I won't sell you anything for $5. Now, with all those Legos behind me, I face the drug dealer dilemma where it's like you can't get high off your own supply. Every day I wake up and I'm like, well, what if I just built one little Lego set? Nope, can't do that.